Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a squat and deadlift day. As I said in the reels and shorts earlier, a little worried with the depth. Can be the angle, though I'm at a very high camera angle looking down. So next time I think on these, when I use this bar, I want to mess with it a bit. I do want to double check that depth. I need to make sure I'm getting deeper than this. I mean, not worried about it. There have been times when I've had to just sink it at meets. Like the first meet I did again after a number of years that I did last year, I got hit for my opener and I just sank the next two, ass to grass after that. So again, it wasn't a problem. I just have to remember to do it in meet, but it would be a good idea to work on it a little bit. I'm not going to compete in the immediate future, so I'm not worried about it, but long term I better get it sorted out. But like I said, I'm not that worried about my squat right now. Those felt pretty strong. Again, I feel like if I had to, I could probably walk into a meet almost at any point and hit a 500 if I need to. But I just want to work with the different bars, get that up above to where it's well above that. At least calculate it off rep work, and then, mainly just focus on my bench and deadlift at the moment. All right, the deadlift, I don't know where this came from, other than, like I said, I think in the reel, I bumped my carbs last night because I said last time I feel like I'm struggling to get the carbs in with this heat for some reason. It seems like my maintenance has gone way up, or it could be the fact of just nutrient partitioning, thermic effect, everything else of eating almost no fat in my diet. Someone had said, what do I mean by that? I mean like 20 or 30 grams a day, maybe. I mean, how much is in chicken breast? I mean, I take my 6 fish oils every day. I eat almost zero fat food. My diet is almost exclusively carbs, mainly because it's 4,000 plus calories. And I feel like I've gotten leaner over the last month. I think I definitely have, even though I'm trying to just make lean gains. So I ended up adding a couple thousand extra calories of carbs last night. The scale did not go up at all from it, by the way. I didn't gain a single pound, surprisingly enough. So I managed to pull 8 reps. 8 reps. And we'll talk about that a little more at the end. And that's off a deficit with a stiff bar. Pretty happy with that. I mean, I should be well into PR territory. All right, glute ham raise. Oh man, the thing you guys will notice in the second set, I've wrapped a bunch more tape. The new pad started ripping. These pads are impossible to get. Look, that's been my biggest problem with this Titan one. I got a great deal on it years ago. I got it for $400 from Titan. Replacement pads I've had to do. You can't get new ones. It was the one I got, the one replacement pad that I have. It took me over a year to get it. It took me over a year. Back at one point, I bought one when they finally said they were in stock, and it kept it for me and put it on back order for 6 months. They shipped it to me 6 months after I bought it. Like these pads are just such a pain to get. So I just duct taped the heck out of both of them. Managed to come in and do this. I went heavier on this. So why did I go heavier on this? Because I didn't get as much good morning volume as I wanted in. So I went ahead and got 3 sets of 8 using a 25 instead of trying to use a 10 and then get 11 to 12 reps. So the 25 plus that center of gravity is way up more near my face. This just crushes my hamstrings. I don't think anyone doubts my hamstring development. Everyone sees them, especially some of those side shots. One of my main hamstring builders. The only reason I had to tape this up. I feel like these are indispensable. But I do feel like that good morning strength and all of this is tying together on the deadlifts, right? I mean, that rep set today that's just monstrous for me. Keeping in mind, I've pulled well over 600 or weaker than that. So now that's going up. And again, because it's with that stiff bar, it's on a deficit. That bar is harder on grip than the deadlift bar. I may be good for that 635 now. Okay, I might actually be good for it. I don't feel like testing it at the moment. I want to get a little stronger on some of that. All right, I want to get a little stronger. But the grip is coming up and the posterior chain strength is coming up. I got to be happy about that. But that good morning, I wanted to work with the cambered bar because I've been monstrous on that cambered bar before. I've done my best set ever for 10 was 390. I did it for 10. I've only done that one time ever. I've done 555 for a max on it before, but I was deficit pulling over 600 at that time. All right, I pulled 625 off the deficit, in the same month that I did that. So again, it carries over really well. But I felt like the 315 that I did, the 6, it slipped on the 6 rep. It slid up my traps. That bar is slippery. It has no knurl. And I'm sweating like crazy in this heat. I'm just dripping with sweat. Just dripping with sweat. And there's my back, of course. You guys have seen the full back shots from the back. No one questions the back development. You question my arm development, you can't question the back. But again, it slid up on me. So again, I've got to work on the maybe getting my shoulders, my traps a little drier with the towel, getting the bar dry before I do those sets. Like I said, I think I could get that up to maybe, 3 by 10 with that weight. I think that's doable. And I think, again, that would represent PR territory in the sense of I bet I could do over 500 for a max if I did that. And historically, I can always squat more than I good morning. Okay, even if I'm not worried about quads and stuff, I can always pull it off. So, might be the direction I need to go there. Get that good morning up with that bar. See if I can get it to not slip in this heat, and we'll be good to go. Definitely a factor. There was just that slipperiness, but it felt good, and I like that bar. I love that bar. It's just the sweating in the heat. It's going to make it awkward. The same thing on the squatting, getting it in the right position. But let's talk about these deadlifts for a minute. This is PR. Again, keeping in mind, for me, I feel like I lose a lot of strength. I feel like it's about 40 pounds difference on this bar and the deficit versus me doing a normal deadlift. Normal deadlift with a deadlift bar. So for me to pull 8 reps with this, mathematically, I know where I should be, and it's crazy. Keep in mind, I pulled 635 just a few weeks back, but I lost the grip at the lockout, but my grip is improving. I've been working grip more. I've been doing the stiff bar, all that stuff to improve the grip. That 635 didn't feel heavy. The posterior chain was strong enough for it. So what I'm looking at here, the grip held up really well on these 8 reps. My grip is improving. I'm probably into PR territory, but I'm going to just keep hammering it. I don't think I have to do any heavy singles to have a big deadlift. Okay, I don't have to. I can just walk in and pull at any time. So I'm pretty happy with that rep set today. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.